Hello everyone, my name's Walter, and I'm back here still alive. Washington's locked down or whatever, but my voice is hopefully back, so let's make a video. Today we're going to be talking about nice guys. They're those guys who would always make sure to open a door for you, back when they didn't have to stand 6 feet away. They make it their defining trait to be the nice guy in hopes that that's enough to deserve a relationship, or just sex. Of course, giving inappropriate gifts isn't actually that nice. It kinda makes people feel uncomfortable. You can see why when they throw it back in their face eventually. Anyway, let's get going with more Reddit nice guys. This story comes to us from Reddit nice guy stories, and it's going to require a little bit of work. They kind of used one-sentence paragraphs and didn't capitalize anything but proper nouns, so I'll just fix all that so you don't have to deal with it. I can't think of a title for this because of just how horrible this experience was for me, but basically he helped me when my dad died, offered to be a helping hand, but turned out just to be a sicko. I normally like to try to be funny or cheeky when I do make posts on Reddit, but try as I might, I can't with this one, so sorry if this is not very entertaining or whatever. This all started near the end of 2015, a month after my 16th birthday, and sadly, on the day my dad died. Me, my mom, and my brother were all in shock and very upset, my mother even more so, and we had to call someone to take us home. My mom was taken home by a friend of hers, and my brother called a friend of his to come pick us up, who sadly is the nice guy in this story. He and his family came to the hospital and obviously offered their support. The nice guy in this story, I'll just call Butt. I had known about Butt for a while. He was good friends with my brother and had come over to our house sometimes, but I had always stayed in my room, not wanting to talk with anyone. He offered me a hug and supported me while I cried silent tears, just kinda dead inside. Just kind of being someone to help show they cared, which I really want to believe they did at that time. I hope they did. So we were driven home, and that was kinda the start of the end, I guess. I don't know how long later, maybe a few weeks, a week, I don't really remember much. He came over. I told him that if he was looking for my brother, he was not there and was out right now. But he told me that was okay and wanted to know how I was and if everything was okay. Eventually we started hanging out and talking every once in a while, and became what I thought was kind of like a little sister-big brother relationship kind of deal. He would sometimes pick me up from school and just kind of talk, we would hug, and he would just support me. But eventually the things we started talking about turned sexual, which might have been my fault. I don't know how it happened, but somehow in discussion I mentioned that I was actually asexual, no interest or desire for sex. He ended up asking questions about it, like, aren't you at least a little interested? Have you ever thought about it? Do you masturbate? Everybody masturbates. I really should have shut him down, but for me, being ace, I didn't really care about those subjects. And just answered like I was talking about the weather. Okay, spoilers, there's actually some messages to read after the story, and she definitely seems either blissfully unaware or acting like she is and hopes he'll stop. By the way, don't use that method. It usually emboldens these guys. No, it does not interest me at all. No, don't even want kids. Nah, I just read instead. Sadly, this was not the last time we ended up talking about stuff of this nature at various degrees, as well as do things that one should not do if you have a girlfriend. Here is a list of some of the stuff he talking about and did. Mentions about his girlfriend, yes he had one, being horny. How he finds it so nice to talk about these topics with someone responsible. His plans to have a threesome with girlfriend and mutual friend. He complimented me on having a nice butt. I thought he was just joking and playing around. He asked for a hug once, I gave him one, he picked me up and then proceeded to sniff my hair and tell me, "Your hair smells very nice." Ah yes, the Joe Biden approach, that one always works. Went to the shop with me, bought chocolates, and I said, "Oh, are those for your girlfriend? That's very nice of you." But he ended up giving them to me instead, when he took me home. All those things, although I found uncomfortable and strange, I was not really bothered by, but sadly it didn't stay at this level of creepy and went somewhere I probably should have called the police for when it happened, or done something. We had gone to hang out like we did, and we decided we would watch some TV at his place, so we went, and as we were there, he told me that he had been practicing doing massages for his girlfriend and asked to practice on me. I'm a fucking stupid idiot, and I was so bad at saying no to people, but I wanted to trust him. I wanted to help, so I let him. It was innocent at first. He massaged my shoulders, then my lower back, then got way too close to my ribs till I told him I liked him doing my shoulders better, which he went back to. I remember him saying I'm super tense. No shit, Sherlock. But eventually he went lower again. I don't want to write about it in detail, but basically he ended up touching the sides of my breasts. I wanted to get up and just walk away, but I was too scared. He drove me here. I could not walk home. He stopped eventually. And I told him I think it was time I went home. Luckily, he didn't argue. We didn't really talk after that. We would text. He would sometimes offer another massage, but I would shut it down very quick. I can't believe this guy doesn't even notice that he scared the hell out of her. Instead he's just like, oh, I didn't finish my molesting last time, want to come over for another massage? Like asking a friend to come over for a massage isn't weird enough in the first place. Eventually something happened. I got a text from him about saying sorry. He had been thinking about me in ways he shouldn't have. My brother had somehow found out. Apparently he had been talking about me in certain ways. That he was depressed and suicidal and nobody cared for him. His girlfriend also dumped him. Wonder why. I shouldn't have, but I said I forgive him if he never does that again and promises to be better. He did, and he lied. We didn't meet up again, but we would text, and I would try to support him and be kind to him. I thought I was helping, but eventually he told me about Jess. He had a friend on Facebook who saw me and apparently wanted to be friends. I, wanting to always help and be friendly, said sure, he can message me and we can chat. But it was obvious that it was just him. Lying to me again and openly being a creep. He said me being asexual was fucking hot and sexy. That Butt's girlfriend was a total bitch for leaving him, and a whore. And other comments you would expect. This guy's a real rocket surgeon, isn't he? Can't keep from insulting his ex-girlfriend, even when he's trying to act like he's someone else. I would always shut him down, try and get him to talk about something else, give hints to Butt himself that his friend's behavior was not wanted. But he didn't stop, and then my brother found his text on Facebook and blocked him after calling him a piece of shit. Really, there is no real ending to this other than that. I didn't block him myself, mostly because I was scared, not of him, but of just losing that friend that helped me when my dad died. I wanted him to come forward, to admit to his mistakes, to say he was sorry for real. To have any excuse to forgive him and just have that friend back again. I ended up sending a message to him telling him I knew it was him and that I was sorry for him, that he could not be better. That I wished him well and I was sorry, which he didn't end up seeing. That's it. Here are some images of the convo. Hey. Hi. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Gotta be honest, you are ducking beautiful. Like really cute and hot. LOL ducking. Fucking. Thanks for the compliments, I guess. Also, no problem, it does not bother me. I just kinda shrug stuff like that off, though. Haha, you shouldn't, it can be fun. Take it from me. Not that I'm used to hearing that, I'm just like, oh, okay. Anyway, maybe it's an asexual thing. Haha, baby, that's even hotter. Sorry to come on so strong, but... Well, he's calling her baby within a few minutes. Most people probably realize that if someone mentions casually that they're asexual, it might mean you shouldn't keep hitting on them. But yeah, pretty complicated stuff, I know. He then asks her if she sleeps in her underwear out of nowhere, then goes off about how abusive his ex-girlfriend is for no reason. And then he spontaneously offers to eat her out. Yeah, this conversation's pretty awkward. Looks like that was about the end of it. She called him out at the end, but it's pretty long and probably not the best use of time. Okay, this next one's a classic. I had a guy get fired from my work for kissing the hands of female customers. He would actually say, "Thank you for your patronage, my lady." The first time someone called about it, my manager thought it was a prank, but it happened like 6 more times and they fired him over it. The same guy gave me a ride home once, and when he unlocked his car, I opened the passenger door and he angrily walked over and slammed it shut. He then smiled at me very hard and said, "Ladies should never have to open their own doors." And then opened it for me and gestured for me to sit inside. Another girl asked him for a ride once and he said sure, but then she ended up not needing it and canceled. She offered to give him some money anyway as a friendly gesture, and he told her, "Wow, so I put away my plans for the day to be nice to a girl and this is all I get? No, how about you buy me lunch for the next week?" And actually made her do it. God, made her do it how? He must just be like, score, every time a woman needs a door opened or a ride home from work. Okay, we're now going to read a few posts from Reddit Nice Guys. So this was me before my supposed date with a girl I met off Tinder. I had arranged a fantastic lunch at Olive Garden. I had our table booked and everything. I had even brought her flowers and a box of chocolates, and I hate to bring money into this, but I spent $50 on them. I put in effort into my appearance, wearing a designer shirt I got while I was in Paris. Since I usually wear sweats and hoodies, this was pretty different from the usual attire. Again, going to great lengths to make an effort for this female. Only to get a text as soon as I show up saying she couldn't make it because of some bullshit reason. The whole point of this post, I guess, is to tell you fellow guys, don't bother being nice and making an effort with the female population, as they will constantly let you down. Even when you can offer them a proper commitment and maturity. I'm not sure I even believe this one, but you'd have to be insane to buy flowers and chocolate for a Tinder date. You don't even know them, and there's a very real chance they decide not to show up. That's just online dating. From the box. Why do women in domestic violence relationships refuse help? Why do they think it's okay? Why do women make so many excuses for these shitty men? Especially when there are nice guys like myself. We're the guys that make you feel good, emotionally and physically. The semicolon combines two clauses. Using one here is not making him look smarter. I'm done being nice. To all you females that will not respond or give me 2 seconds of your precious time, I hope you have fun with your shitty relationships with pieces of shit so-called men. I'm done. If one day you find yourself thinking, oh, maybe I should have gave Tim a chance, you know what? Don't look me up. I admit I have flaws, but guess what? So do you. I'm done. Fuck all of you. This next guy was 67 apparently, so pretty old. Sorry to hear I'm out of your age range. Too bad us old guys can still perform and so desire getting pleased since the majority of women our age have said fuck it, I'm not interested anymore. So screw the men who are. And since most of us do not want to hire a prostitute or escort, we come on here looking to have fun. You sure I can't get you to change your mind? I would love to have that body. She told him she doesn't sleep with older men due to trauma, prompting this. So sorry to hear you had a super fucking asshole for a dad. Guys like that truly don't deserve to be on this planet. By the way, just for the record, I truly am a nice guy. I have full respect for everyone and do not judge anyone. Except, of course, for assholes like your dad who ruin people's lives. Would someone tell this guy to just give up on this one already? Christ. I see lots of posts about guys cheating lately. They still confuse the F out of me. After a breakup, guys have to reevaluate themselves in their life, make moves to better their position in work and in life, usually go through a period of self-abusive behavior, and then hit the dating scene again. Women, you wait 2 days and make a couple calls. Albeit there are douches of all 96 genders, so instead of complaining about all guys, just stop dating dirtbags? Cause I never have and never will be a cheater, so right off the bat, all guys can't be a thing. This poor guy, no one told him that you can't be a cheater if no one wants you in the first place. So it's a little less impressive. To the women who always chase scummy men and then wonder why they screwed you over, you're a fucking idiot. Good men like me out here are hopeless because of idiots like you leaving us on red. You must love the thrill of getting mistreated. Change my mind. Why is it on them to change your horrible opinion that women like being abused? Especially when you open by insulting them. This is the kind of guy who gets mad when the internet calls him an incel. Okay, one more post and then we'll wrap this video up. I like all her posts, show up to her house late at night with flowers, and compliment her. Why doesn't she like me? Question above pretty much sums it up. Before COVID, but she was my everything. We met through mutual friends and it took a few days of digging to get her socials. I've hit her up on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, the whole 9 yards. Even showed up to her place a couple times with treats, though some guy in her house, I think her brother, threatened to call the police on her. How does someone like me bag this chick? Do I need to get a motorcycle, become a douche, and just be mean? Or do I need to instantly become attractive overnight? What do you women want? I can't tell you what she wants, but I can tell you that she probably doesn't want a stalker. It is such a disconnect to hear that she was his everything, when he didn't even know how to contact her without looking it up on the internet like a creep. Alright, that's about all the time I have for you today. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked it, please leave a like. If you have something to say, I always welcome comments, and so does the algorithm. Big thanks to my generous patrons as well. Feel free to not give me money during the virus if you're having trouble financially, but the Patreon's still there if anyone wants to help me out with beer money. Anyway, yeah, I'm still alive and I'm stuck in my house now. I might try to stream in the next few days here, so look out for that. But I will be making more videos. I know people don't have much to do right now aside from YouTube. Let me know if there are any specific subreddits you want to see me cover right now. And that's about it. Have a great day, everyone, and try not to take advantage of people's personal tragedies to hit on them. That guy was never a friend at all.